Journey Forward is a nonprofit organization working to better the lives of those with spinal cord injuries or disability.
Now, to help raise money for the intense exercise-based program, King's Dining Entertainment in Dedham is hosting its 13th annual casino night.
And we are so excited to welcome him back. He's like part of our family now, the MC of the night with us today. You may know him, obviously, from the Brady Bunch as Peter Brady. Christopher Knight joins us today. Good to see you, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you
Good to
very much
see
for
you.
having me.
Thanks for coming in today.
It's that time of year again.
It is that time of year again. This organization, every time you come in, is really such a great organization. And I know you signed on because you were friends with Dan Cummings, who suffers from
well, he was a C6 quadriplegic.
Quadriplegic,
Wow.
yeah.
Diagnosed as such.
And
never to walk again.
Right.
Wow.
He didn't take the diagnosis sitting down, if you will.
Yeah.
But not intending to make light of it, but
Yeah.
the fact is he thought being condemned to a wheelchair.
Right.
He thought that they should be teaching him how to get out of it. So he found for himself some treatment out on the West Coast that exercised the individual with physical therapy very aggressively. And he wanted a facility like that back in Boston, thinking Boston is the center of medicine.
It really
Right,
is.
it
So
really is.
he took it upon himself. When
To
he
do
was
that.
good enough or better enough, he came back to Boston and started Journey Forward, which is such a facility. And that's what this casino night is raising funds for.
Yeah, and really has raised a ton of money over the past
Absolutely.
bunch of years that you've been part of this too.
Yes, 13 years.
13 years.
Well,
Wow.
over 15.
Okay.
We had 2 years that were preempted because of COVID. So.
Right.
And so, so tell our viewers about this event in particular, because
It's
it
just a-
seems
it's-
like a fun night.
It's a fun, almost community event.
Right.
It's very approachable. It's not like a gala.
Right.
It's a bowling alley. We bowl. We have funny money and gambling, craps and blackjack and so forth. And it's just a good time. Silent auction, the live auction. Dan is from South Boston.
Yep.
Okay.
And it is very much in the spirit of the community.
Yeah,
So-
and there is a lot to do at the event.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
It's like a great night.
Am I wrong? Were you friends with his brother?
I knew
first?
his brother
You knew
was
his
an
brother
actor,
before, right?
writer, and producer. He introduced me to Dan, telling me about Dan's story, and
Right.
it was right at the time Dan was throwing his first casino night.
Okay.
His first fundraiser, because he had aspirations of opening this facility, hadn't opened
Mm-hmm.
it. And upon meeting Dan and hearing his story, I
was it.
was all in. Right.
And I'm sure over the years that you've been doing this for a long time with this organization, you have seen maybe some miracles along
Yeah.
the way because of this.
Well, he's
he's one,
one.
and so many people helped along the way
Right,
too.
he's a C6, quadriplegic,
It's big.
diagnosed as such, and he walks with a walker. He lives by himself or on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He drives. It's a miracle. I
Yeah.
mean, for most people, that would have been sitting in a wheelchair having somebody feed you.
Yeah.
But he couldn't feed himself originally.
That's
He was-
unbelievable.
And people obviously don't even realize the cost of treatment like this for someone. Look, even if you have medical coverage, it may not be enough.
Well, no, of course it's not. I mean,
Right.
I think you get 16, 12, whatever it is, sessions.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is lifelong.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, insurance doesn't really want to cover people who are going to need this kind of treatment
Right.
forever, and that's what the money goes to, not only to keep the organization alive and thriving, but to then cover the costs of those who come in whose insurance no longer covers their care.
So year after year, you have been involved because it really does. I mean, just talking to you, you can tell how special it is.
It's something that can happen to any one of us.
Yes.
I haven't suffered myself such a catastrophic injury, and I have my aches and pains like most of us do. But to know what that might do with you, I look at Dan and I wonder if I could be him.
Right.
I doubt I could. To be
Oh,
honest,
I
I
was
would love to
thinking
have it,
goosebumps,
but
yeah.
that kind of courage,
Right.
is rare.
Absolutely.
So, and then one of the things that the facility provides those who have these injuries is a community, because not only are they placed in a wheelchair,
Right.
they're placed aside. You
Yeah.
know, it's like whatever life they had and those who they interacted with are gone.
and they would get support as well when they're there too.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so it becomes an emotional. There's an emotional reaction that occurs as one goes into the facility and now has other people
Other
like
people.
themselves.
So if somebody wants to go to this event, to be part of this event, and really have a great time, and see you, see all the great work that's being done
Tomorrow
how can they
night,
do
6
that?
o'clock, but tickets are available at the door.
Okay.
And it's Kings in Dedham or online at journey-forward.org.
Excellent. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks
for
for
having
Hope
me.
to
coming.
see you again next year.
Now, if you want to purchase a ticket for the event, you can head over to our website, roadshow.com.